Hi everyone, it's Nelda. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking this video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I am sharing with you my finished fairy junk journal. This is my first fairy theme journal and I am very excited to show this to you. When I think of fairies, I think about nature, beauty, goodness, dreams, and magic. And I mean the good magic, the realization of our goals, that everything is possible. I'd like to think that we all have the power within us to accomplish our dreams that become goals by taking action. So these thoughts are the inspirations behind this journal, and I do hope that you like this project. For the cover, the base is craft text, and then I covered it with pretty papers from Graphic45, and it is the Fairy Wings Collection, and it is really pretty. I stitched around the edges, added these beautiful corner protectors in gold tone, added some tiny butterflies, and I hope that you can see them clearly. They are very pretty, and this fairy is so beautiful. I have these tiny fairies also that I popped, and the sunflower as well. I added this lovely purple trim, this beautiful lace flower. On the spine, you will see the seam binding, and these hold all the signatures, and I showed you how I did that in my last video. And here is the back. Isn't the paper gorgeous? For the closure, this is now Indian cotton fabric. I originally used the teal blue crinkled seam binding, but because this book got big and chunky, I had to change it to a more secure fabric. So this is now the closure. The size of this journal is 9 by 6.5 inches. And so let us take a look inside. The inside pages are a combination of the Fairy Wings collection from Graphic45, the tea-dyed papers, and music sheets. The cut-aparts and the journaling cards are also from Graphic45, and I also used a digital kit from GingerJournals. She has an Etsy shop, and I will provide her link in my description. There are 82 inside pages front and back, but there are plenty of notepads, journal cards, and tags for journaling. So this is an embellished writing journal. It got chunky because of all the inserts and the booklets, but of course, these can be removed to reduce the bulk. Okay, so here we have a fabric pocket. This is the same front and back, and I think this is really pretty. I really like this. It's a pretty see-through fabric. So we have the same on the back. Oh, by the way, this journal lays flat, so it is not difficult to write on the pages. Plus, you can also remove the signatures because they are not attached to the cover permanently. Okay, so here we have a book page. These are all the good fairies. I only included the good fairies. There's no naughty fairy in this journal. The back is some writing space. And these images are part of the digital kit from GingerJournals. I made a journaling card, and this sentiment is beautiful. It says, "Watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it." That is a beautiful quote. This is a page from Edith Holden book. On this page, we have a tuck. I added this pretty flower fabric. And here, we have a journaling card. And here are printed copies of vintage receipts. Next page, we have another tuck and another journaling card. This is a stamped fairy. It says here, make a wish. And here is a space to journal. Next page, we have a pocket, and these are beautiful cut-aparts from Graphic45. This beautiful image is from the Digital Kit. And the next page, this is so pretty. And it is also a top pocket. And here we have another printed copy of a receipt, vintage receipt, and another journaling card. Then we have here an original vintage cleared check. Here is the Calls Food Fairy. The other one has no name. The back can be used for journaling. Next, we have a small pocket. Here it says, leave a little sparkle. Next page, another pocket. This is the Cowslip Fairy. Inside, we have just pieces of paper. Next, we have a music sheet and altered paper clip. So you have both sides with a little embellishment. And this is also a tuck. Here's another journaling card. And I added this very pretty trim. Next page, we have a belly band. This is a printed copy of a Vintage Ephemera. The belly band says, find the magic that makes your soul soar. It's beautiful. Next page, we have another pocket and a cut apart and a tag. This is the middle of the first signature. This is a mini folder, and then I stamped a fairy. Inside, we have pockets, beautiful fairy images, and cut aparts. This fairy is called the Ground Cell Fairy. We have a tag and stationery set. These are parchment papers. To remove this signature, it's easy to untie the seam binding. On this page, we have another tuck, beautiful fairy, and this is a printed copy of an ephemera. Here we have a pocket that is not attached, and this sentiment is beautiful. It says, someday you will be old enough to read fairy tales again. We have here some more cut aparts. This page, we have some notepads, and this is also a pocket. So here are some tea-stained papers. This is the side pocket. This image is glued down. This is another small pocket. This page is really for journaling. Added this beautiful trim. Next page, we have another pocket. This is a die cut, and I used the die from Elizabeth Craft Design. Next page, we have a belly band. Here are some more cut-aparts. Here's another space to journal on. Added a fussy cut fairy. I also decorated the page with this beautiful trim. This is the last page of the signature. And I will attach a fairy charm to this seam binding. Then here's another pocket. And beautiful image, eh? Another stamped fairy. Next page, we have the Fumitory Fairy and the Wild Thyme Fairy. Another small pocket. This is a lovely lace trim. Next page, we have a stenciled page. This is altered paper clip. Another tuck. This is the Windflower Fairy. This receipt from 1904 is a printed copy. And I love this lace trim. Beautiful color. Next page, we have a beautiful sentiment. It says, "Happiness has no heights when adorned with fairy lights. It keeps on shining so bright, leaving us in awe and delight." And here are some playing cards and a time card. Next page, this is the middle of the second signature. And this sentiment says, "Happiness is like those palaces in fairy tales whose gates are guarded by dragons. We must fight in order to conquer it." The image of the fairy with the 3 birds is very charming. Here's another mini folder with a stamped fairy. This fairy is called the Crystal Gazer. I don't have the name for this fairy, but she is beautiful. Next page, we have another pocket and then tag and vintage playing cards. This receipt is not original. This die cut is also a tuck. And next page, some more small tucks. And here I made a mistake of gluing down this butterfly here, so you cannot pull out this cut apart. But I added these small images. They are also very pretty. Another music sheet here and beautiful trim. And next page we have a belly band, and this accounting sheet is original. Counting record. This is from 1966. Next page we have another tuck, and this is a vintage book page or book pages. This receipt is a printed copy. This fairy is the Forget-Me-Not fairy. Next page, we have this envelope, and inside it we have a coin envelope. And inside the coin envelopes, we have some coupons, playing cards, and die cuts. Next page, we have here a tuck, which is the flap of the envelope, and then cut aparts. This page layout is inspired by Virginie and sunflowers and doors. In this page, we have the hidden notepads, and this page layout is inspired by Mandy Reed of Sunflowers and Doors. She did a tutorial on how to make this, and I followed that. It's a beautiful page layout. This is a double pocket. I love using these tags in my journals. Next page, we have the Honeysuckle Fairy, lovely flower trim, and the Pear Blossom Fairy. And then this is a beautiful flower trim also. Another Stamp Fairy, some more cut aparts. Cat's Ear Fairy, and a lovely trim. This die cut is a tuck. Another small pocket. And on this page, we have a die cut that is now a pocket as well. It says here, make a wish. This pocket is embossed and decorated with eyelets. I think it is pretty. Next page, we have tucks here. This is another altered paper clip, and it says believe. Next page, we have a full page for writing. Another tuck. She is called the Wild Rose Fairy, and she's beautiful. This is the middle of the last signature. The sentiment here says, my heart has wings and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle I've been dreaming of. And this fairy is gorgeous. These are mini booklets. I just staple the pages. Here on the cover is a fussy cut fairy. And these are tea stained papers. Next page, another tuck. Great space for writing and beautiful trim. I love this trim. This is a stamped fairy, which I did not do a good job there. Here's another tuck and a printed copy of a vintage receipt. On this page, we have some notepads. These are also tea-stained papers. This is also a side pocket. Next, I just stenciled this page. Here, we have hidden papers. This trim is also very beautiful. And that is the last page. This fairy is gorgeous. And on this pocket, we have some tea-stained papers. We have here a page from Edith Holden book. This is the Canadian Rockies vintage postcard. This is the Mountain Ash Fairy and the Stitchworth Fairy. So that is it. This is my chunky fairy junk journal. It was so much fun putting this together, and I do hope that you like this. This will be in my Etsy shop. I will provide the link in my description. Also, my shop is running a sale. It's called a Spring Sale, 15% off for all products. I hope you visit it. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave me a comment down below. My email address is also in my description. I would love to know what you think about this journal. Please leave me a comment. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. So this journal is big and chunky, but because the cover is from Craftex, it is durable and will still last a long time. So there you go, everyone. Thank you so much for staying and for watching this video. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Bye now, till next time.